Hi guys, you're welcome back to Judas Fashion Home channel. I want to say a big thank you to all of my subscribers and to all of my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for always coming back. And for those that are seeing my video for the first time, thank you for stopping by also. Please do well to subscribe to my channel and please don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you can get notified anytime I upload a new video. Thank you. So in today's tutorial, I'll be sharing with you on how to make a cowl bubu kaftan with a slitted sleeve. So it's a very simple tutorial. So if it's something you're interested in, please kindly stay tuned till the end of this video. Thank you. So here's the fabric I'll be making use of. I'm having 3 years of fabric here. So this fabric is called a chiffon fabric. So and I'm having my tape rule, my scissors and my chalk on my table. So first of all, I'll go ahead and fold my fabric into four. So I've already folded my fabric and the length of this fabric is by 60 and that is the exact length I'm working with. So first of all, for my shoulder line, from the starting line I'll come down by 12 inches, that is for my sleeve opening. Then I'll come down to 36 inches for my nail line and where I want my cowl to stop. So it depends on your choice. You can decide to make your cowl, you can decide to make your cowl to stop around your hip line. So it depends on what you want. So after that, I'll go ahead and take the measurements of my shoulder. My shoulder is 18 inches divided by 2, that is 9 inches. So I've marked 9 inches. So from where I mark the 9 inches, I'll go ahead and mark the sleeve length. So for my sleeve length, I measured 11 inches. Then I added 1 inches for the hemming for my sleeve. So after that, I'll go ahead and connect that down to 12 inches that I marked earlier for my sleeve opening. So I'll go ahead and curve that part a little bit. So I'll go ahead and curve it down a little bit. So after that, so on my new area where I marked that 36 inches, I'll go ahead and take the measurements of the hip I'm working with, that is divided by 4, then plus extra 3 inches allowance. So it depends on how free you want that part to be. You can go ahead and add 2 inches, you can go ahead and add anything you want. So for me, I added 3 inches to it. So I'll go ahead and curve it to meet that my 12 inches I marked for my sleeve opening, like you see me doing. So I'm just curving it to meet the 12 inches. So I'll go ahead and curve that part a little bit, so because of where I'll be aiming for my sleeve, so that part won't be equal with the part that I marked down for my cowl design, or what would I call it. So I hope you guys understood me. So for my neck depth, I'll mark 2 inches. So you know I'll be cutting for the back neckline first, and for the neck width I mark 4 inches. So I'll go ahead and curve it. So after doing that, so on my sleeve area, so I'll come down by 1.5 inches. So that's for my shoulder slope. So I'll go ahead and slant it to meet where my shoulder measurement stop. So I'll slant it like that. You can also slant it to meet the neckline where your neck width stop. So it depends on your choice, but for me, I said I'm managing this fabric because I don't want to join the down parts of this fabric, because 60 inches is exactly the length I'm working with. So that's why I don't want to cut too many around the shoulder line. too much fabric rather. So I'll go ahead and cut my neckline. So we are cutting for the back neckline first. So after cutting the both neckline, so I'll go ahead and take one part out. So I'll go ahead and cut I'll go ahead and measure the front neckline, then I'll go ahead and cut my front neckline. So now you can see I'm trimming it well from the neckline down because I don't want to have those rough edges around my shoulder. Normally, if I want to cut it, like the length of this fabric I'm working with, as in the length of the um measurement I need is not by 60. Normally I supposed to draw a straight line for the starting line before taking all my measurement, but just because of the length I'm making use of, the length I wanted is already 60 inches, and this fabric too is also by 60, and I don't want to be joining around the hemming line, as in the down part of this gown. So I hope you guys understood me. So that was the reason why I'm just cutting it like this. So after cutting to the 36 inches where our cowl will stop, so I'll go ahead and cut that straight down. So don't forget, we made use of our hip measurement divided by 4 plus extra 3 inches allowance. So that was what we marked around that our new area, that is 36 inches, that we marked where our cowl will stop at. So I'll go ahead and cut that straight down to the full length of this gown. So after cutting it, you can see this fabric is moving here and there. So if you are cutting this type of fabric, make sure you pin yours down so you won't end up having a rough edges in some parts. So now go ahead and trim the down part also, so it will be equal. So at the side, I'm also having some rough edges there, so I'll go ahead and trim that also to the full length of this gown. So now I'll be cutting the front neckline. So I'll take one part of this fabric where I want to be, where I want for the front. So where I wanted for the front rather. So I'll go ahead and fold it. So after folding it, you can see I'm trying to arrange it very well. So one part won't be longer than the other part. So now I'll be making a V neckline for this front neckline. So for my V neckline, for my shoulder, I marked 5 inches down. So that will be for my V neckline. So I'll go ahead and cut it. So you can see the shoulder, they are not equal. So I'll go ahead and trim the unequal part so they'll be equal. So after doing that, so you can see I've opened it up. You can see how the V neckline is. It's not too deep. It's okay. So now I'll be cutting the facing for the front and for the back neckline, because I'll be using a facing for this neckline. I don't want to use a bias for it. So I've done cutting the facing. So here's for the front and here is for the back neckline. So at the down part of my facing, I'll go ahead and weave that part. So you can go ahead and hem that part. It depends on your choice. So now I'll go ahead and turn my back neckline and my front neckline also. So after turning it, I'll go ahead and run a top stitch. I'll go ahead and top stitch it for the front and for the back also, and the down part already weave that down part of my facing. So now I'll be showing you guys on how to join the shoulder line. So now the back, so I'm having the back right here with me. So I said earlier that I'll be having a slit around the sleeve. So from that my neckline, I'll go ahead and mark 9 inches. So my stitch will stop around, it will stop at that 9 inches, and the rest I'll be folding it for my slit. So now I'll go ahead and flip up the back facing up, then I'll put this front, the facing for my front and the main body. So I'll put that at the middle of that my shoulder, the back shoulder. I'll go ahead and place it there. So I'll be using the back facing to turn the front and the back neckline together. So I'll go ahead and pin it down so it won't be moving around. So after pinning it down, so I'll go ahead and flip that back on my shoulder. So I'll go ahead and stitch it to that 9 inches. So I've done stitching it to that 9 inches. So here the remaining part of my sleeve, so I'm gonna to hem that part, so that will be the part for the slit opening. So after that, so I'll go ahead and shape the bodies of my gown. So from that my sleeve, so I'll go ahead and shape it down to the full length of this gown. So after doing that, so here it is. So I've done hemming the down part of my gown also. So for the facing, the inner facing, you can go ahead to use a hemming gun to hem it down so it won't be moving up while wearing it. So you can see the slitted part. So now the sleeve area, the sleeve opening, so I'll go ahead and fold that in. I'll go ahead and hem it so it will give us a nice finishing. So I'll go ahead and fold it in and hem it. And so that is all for this tutorial. So at the end of the day, this is what we have. You can see how beautiful it's looking. So I've gone ahead to iron it. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys. So I will see you in my next video. Bye.